All right. Old School Tuesday. Talk the thing. Oh, there she is. See, you play hard to get, Lisa Love. That the one I like.
Why?
So long at the Halafia group.
I was all over the place.
You play hard to get, you pop up no like yes.
You have to go with the plan.
Oh boy.
You have to take out whatever little thing you see real quick. So maybe I was outside doing all of that and fighting smoke. I mean, early in the morning. Jeez.
Really? Smoke?
You got to kick that habit.
Something's burning. Bush, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit hot, but hopefully.
But it's all up in your space, yeah.
Hopefully it rains. Good morning, everybody. It's Lisa Love.
Good morning. Hi, good morning.
Steve the Groove.
And Mr. Frisco over yonder, ladies and gentlemen.
Over there, so.
Yes. How do you mean?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome.
Yes. Hi.
So, yeah,
the last I heard you were talking to Puckliff, so, or Puckliff was talking to you, and that was it.
Well, Frisco, me don't know if that thing that they are correct,
Why the man? Let me hear you. The man should have me hear you.
Oh, hey.
I think you have to turn that thing over a little bit more, but they don't like listen. Anyway, I'm in a quandary and a dilemma.
Why?
Because throughout history, I have always proclaimed, when you buy on a piece of land, if they even swampland and you try to get away for free or for cheap, buy it. Somebody not come buy it for you. Or renovate, fix
You
it.
develop it. You can develop it.
No. This thing where they go on with boots.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself in a quandary.
Okay.
I know exactly
Because
what
apparently, yes, I do not like being in a quandary. It's a painful thing. But where is happening is exactly what we have said. You know, buy a piece of land, buy the piece of land, fix the piece of land, sell the piece of land, or preferably to Belizean.
Mm-hmm. Preferably.
Exactly. No, I hear tell of the name of the land there, you know, but it look like Boots very involved in the thing too. Maybe a partner, I don't know. Maybe, you know, whatever. But if you look at it, I listened to Boots last night. I know something. Sometimes they have a saying, they say, out of the mouth of babes, or sometimes, you know, the truth, you know, and Boots say, you know, something. He said, this is political. He said, not only that, it's racialitical too.
Okay.
He said, because, yes, it's racialitical. Because when this thing is done by people of a lighter hue, somehow it goes on smoothly. But when it's done by people with high melanin content in their skin, there's always a problem. No, this is how where my quandary come in. Because I feel like that could work any place, but the place where it work is a very unfortunate area because that's something for we. But then the next thing where I look into is saying, well, if somebody with we skin color never get it, somebody else may get it, and if, no problem. But then another thing come up where I could tell you last time you got on the Belizean beach, to be honest with you. But I saw Boots show some pictures where that thing was like not a beach. It was mangrove covered, you know, swamp area. And apparently they bought it, or somebody bought it, and they filled it up. Lot of filling up. So that now there is a beach. You know, and I just look at this thing and I just said to myself, ain't that fused? Because one part of me support actions, but the other part of me said, but somehow I don't know if it's valid there at that beach. But then the man said, but nobody made it swim here in the first place. I know you had to swim. That's what the man said. And
Well, the question I asked in the beginning, I said nobody never got it. But was it a main spot for bunches and bunches of people to be?
Well, looking at the pictures that he showed, if I were to go there to swim, that would not have been the area where I would have been
that I would want to go.
No, you see, and again, this we always tell people, no matter if that's swampland in itself and you could get it. You know, so on that point, I can't blame them. On the point that one of we, I don't want to blame them. But again, I don't know. I really can't make judgment at this point, Lisa and Frisco, because like I said, this looked like one old car that somebody bought and fixed up.
Right.
You know, this was one area where apparently nobody made it use. Somebody saw one vision of what it could be, bought it and invested money.
Went for it.
That's the democracy. Now, I don't know if Boots correct if the politicization and racialization they go on. but I know that I'm not as clear on the subject today as I thought I was when it first broke. You understand what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. I think the problem where, and yeah, the problem is that one, he's a character,
Mm-hmm.
and because of the character, there's an extra light that shines. Now, it is true that probably a bunch of people were under the radar for years and you just want to sitting, and that's the reason why I remember I told you last week I was watching a thing and the two white guys drinking on a Bellikin talking about, well, this is the lady you check if you want a piece of Belize. And the lady was, the lady wasn't
You said that.
one
You
of us,
came
it was
on
one of
and said
them.
that.
And obviously they have land to sell to people at the highest bidder, I guess. And nobody ever asked the question, how they get the tracts of land, how they get. Nobody probably even know who own it, when they get it, how big. So there's that. And then on the other hand, they're like, he have to know, like, certain people have to know that any move I make, the spotlight won't dip on me because I am this guy. I don't know the guy in the back office where nobody no know. I that this guy will always talk, always make noise, always say this, always say that. And then I am a politician. And so what happened now with him and the situation now, the burden of the whole scenario, the whole government shenanigans where people know that things like this happen. But because you that this guy, what happened is now you become the fall guy for everything we're wrong.
So no, this is my question. Boots said, I am not the owner, I am the contractor.
Right.
So why does the media continue?
Because he is the one that is there.
He's the one that's at the front.
Exactly.
So does the media not know where to find the owner?
No, but
because
he speaks.
They don't want to
But he
because
speaks
of who he is.
But he speaks as if though he is the owner. He speaks as though he is the owner. So if you take up the responsibility and the owners, then the cameras will come for you, bruh.
There was
but you have a good point. And I listen to the point. And I had the same feeling when you feel and say, boy, one black man can't own a piece of thing.
Yeah.
So where everything comes to head and where you say mix of feelings, and probably some people do, is because of that.
Not only that, to make I tell you the other thing. The other thing you mentioned, you mentioned the political thing. That's one of the problems that I have too, because it's not a regular Belizean that's coming up. It is somebody that was linked through politics, got into and got this deal some sort of way. No, and that's the part of the dilemma right there, you know. Not only is the melanin thing, but all right, there are politicians, so you did come up.
All right, so
proof what they say.
The come up structure.
Yes.
The come up structure where everybody know what happened in a government. And yes, it happened all over the place. But it happened with you. And because you're such a polarizing person, character, you want to bear the brunt. No, you want to put up the shield because no, all the burden come on you as to where wrong in a government. When people they in a government. But because you because you so vocal and loud and sirens always go wrong you. You become the guy who have to take all the brunt right now because you did something or your side did something and you seem to be the beneficiary of. And we want the public, one more thing, the public just want somebody to blame right now for everything.
Of course.
And so you become the fall guy, yearly situation become the fall guy. Yes, black man, but the whole the thing gone down. Because when I say, boy, 4 months before election, this happened and that happened, And then so
Does
next
the end
thing,
justify the means?
and that's the
That's
question
way-
there, and I left that
Exactly.
there. Got that for people
Exactly.
opinion.
No, in the interview last night, there was one small word. I don't even know if that word having 2 letters in there. That Booth said that hit like the strongest word in the whole interview, because that word was not supposed to be there. And I believe the word was what? I. And that did not belong in that thing there. But like where I just say, I think with the focus on, I think first of all, I think Boots like the camera. I think Boots like the publicity. But I think as media, the media should say, well, all right, you the pint man. Make we go talk to the boss, because obviously Boots will never give one answer, because he could always say, I don't know the boss, I don't know the contractor.
That's what he's been
So
saying.
go to the boss. Yeah, And again, this whole fair is fair. And the first thing that I saw was when I saw the pictures of what it was, I said, well, nobody used to go be it there. Nobody was using that part. So I understand that part there. The conflict comes in when you say, well, all right, this is a political thing. Most likely it was political the way how it was acquired and the amount. But that's how things been done.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there comes a time when people start to say, well, we can't have things being done like that. But I wish we would have do it with somebody less melanated. You know what I'm saying?
But again, I half of it I believe is based on his character.
That's why the media goes there,
his
because
persona.
I believe that's why.
His persona and what people believe, because there's talking going around that maybe him and others
Ex-nay, tread lightly.
like I say, there's a talking going around that maybe they benefited or not while in government, and politicians in general.
They
And
do.
so when his face pops up again in another thing, the first thing people come and say, well, somebody benefit again when me in a government. And I think that's the kickback.
Yeah.
That there's a person to go to, right? There's a person who could instantly go and talk to Kai. They're right there.
Just need a signature.
Yeah, no, you could just go right there. He there right there. Well,
Yeah.
and it is true. While not only that, everything else needs to get put out there. Who will get what? Who will get sweet deal? Who buy this $1? Who buy that for $5? And especially when the people with money. I know people like me and you, and then I come back to the small man, black man conversation, right? But there's a thing that anything politically affiliated, the microscope on the under you, and then when you yourself down a character, the microscope get real honed in on you then.
Yeah,
and I think that way to play out. That way to play out.
Yeah.
So
one other thing too, where they look fun, where they look at the contrast of numbers from 23 or 25,000 to 9 or 11 million. That's the way they look fun. But I'll tell you, go back to the car analogy. You buy the shell of a car for $200. You carry the car home, you put in an engine, you get the body paint, you buy new tires and everything. You want to sell a car for $200? No. This not a $10,000 car, no. This not a $200 no more. And I believe the purchase price for the land, I believe it was low, but...
Well, that's the question right there, may I ask. What does a parcel of land of that nature,
in that location,
in that type of location,
We
in the
know
type
that
of in the
that's
type of
not- we know
condition
that's
that
not
it
the price.
was, in the type of condition that it was, what does that go for on the market?
Exactly. Exactly. No. But where I look at, like I said, bro, I really try to be fair. And when I saw the pictures, and then when I went back to the live shot, and you sit in the walk Palm Beach, you realize that they got all that stuff cut down. They got all that sand pulled in and put there. They have buildings put up there. So naturally, that thanks, Corville. No, that's not a Cadillac. It's a Cadillac. But yeah. So I would understand that when you say, well, all right, I know to sell this for 25,000, you want to buy this, you have to pay this amount. Because at this point, you're not only selling the property, you to sell the idea now.
The
Because
potential, the
even if
potential value.
potential, you are selling the potential value now. And these are things where poor people like we don't know about. But the reason why poor people like me know about this because I daydream about if I had money, how I'd deal with it. And this is how it does. This is how you do with it. You have the potential. You know, when you sell a business, I think, or something like that, you calculate, I believe, what the business would make, another 6 months, all of that going into the car, all kind of thing, So I hope we get to the bottom of this, but I think that we should speak to the owner, and see what the owner says, because
the mission for today is find the owner?
Well, I don't know. But like I said, there's nuances to this thing. There's nuances to this thing, so I don't want to sound like I just make up my decision or nothing like that.
No.
Easily. I'm not, yeah. Just like, yeah. You heard about the Toledo Teachers Credit Union?
Tell us.
Missing $608,375.68.
I tell you.
So much was missing that they had to fire the whole staff.
Ain't nothing.
Because you have to go through 5 checkpoints before you could take out one loan. And the 5 checkpoints where they had to go through was the staff members. So when you say I need 150,
hey, listen to me. Right now, we're living our serious time.
But let me tell you something. Realistically, the head of the credit union says that they have enough money that everybody whose account was touched, everybody got their money back. And the drawback is that they may not get their dividends and their league kickback what they normally get this year. But like he says, everybody know that why. If they want to maintain how much equity they have, they would refrain from paying back dividends this year because
right.
Yeah. But what happened, bro? Apparently it was about 9 or 11 people involved, Lise. And if I say I need a loan and I write out the thing to the loan, I need to carry it to somebody, make them verify. And the person where I want to carry it to, verify because then they in on it too. But that's the first check. If I not check, you have to go to somebody else, but then they in on it too. And they said on occasion, some of the members were in on it. So like then I tell you, Frisco, I'll tap your account for 5 Gs tomorrow, yeah? I'll give you 2 when I get it out. Frisco said, all right, no problem. Yeah.
All right, Pat.
I think one of the rules when they use was that they use people that are not here.
Exactly.
Or people who might not be aware that somebody take out one loan in their name.
They just found out when they got letters saying that,
right,
you have an overdue thing.
So the lady say, I got my daughter got payment and she did a state. So she
it's true.
Exactly.
I live in a serious time, brother.
Yo, man, I am tell you see, this is why, like you said, people, a lot of time we say, if we had jobs, we're not got no crime. When you got jobs, you commit crime there.
All right, that's why I say people, the people just,
what are you going to do?
People in the system, and they're not just credit union, they're all over, government departments, government departments, private business, people see one way how they could probably think that they could beat the system, cheat the system, fraud the system. Some people will do it. Me and you might look on it and say, "Bye, no." But so other people want to say, "What? I could do that?" Write that up.
Yeah.
Write that up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, every job have something that the people that work there probably could get one break on. Let's go. All right, put it like this: if me or Frisco have one event where we want to do. We could easily rush the creme right in the studio, make one quick ad done, boom. That's one blind. That's one thing where you got because that's a perk. Yes, but there are legal perks and illegal perks. Kind of like we could have said, boy, I got to take 2 of the microphone out of the studio. No, you can't do that.
Right. True what? You got man who used to go with the mic.
Oh, lad.
The
Sorry.
cement blocks be throwing.
Go with the mic. Go with the mic. Get a headphone in.
I mean, I studio nothing there. But yo, that's what I'm saying.
Man, they pull up 12 o'clock at night.
There's limits to the kind of perks you have, you know.
No, but I get you. You know what it is, Groove. You know what it is. Yeah. It's old school Tuesday, by the way. Let me send a shout out. Carl William called with us now. Man say birthday. William Jenkins. Your body guy, Lisa. Ain't that him? Lisa, the man who I hear, you know, every time. Yeah, my bedroom that used to be my neighbor, but man birthday today. Big up yourself. Yeah, so I'll try to remember your name when you do birthdays, but...
Yes, what the man name? William Jenkins?
Yes, I... The Jew! The Jew!
The Jew?
Yes, I know say with the BM. No say with the BM. You call it. Got a son call it Jew.
How come
he call himself that?
So much people. How come we got people that believe where we call like? There's a lot of Jew.
Well, I know I don't know where that come from. Somebody could explain the old school Tuesday. Why we call the Jamaicans why we call Jamaicans Jew, like Jew boy, you know? Why they go Jew boy?
Exactly, right? What's wrong with Jew boy?
I don't know why or where that come from. Somebody will tell a boy that racist down the road and oh lord.
Right.
But
we didn't mean it, but
yes.
Yeah.
But I will call him right? I will call Jamaicans, and if for some reason I don't know why. J-Con, but Jew boy.
Yeah,
you would hear them say Jew.
Lot of them just say Ras. One of our listeners says, good morning, Lisa, Groove, and Frisco. While this land issue has come up on the radar, we need to go deeper. Why is attention being focused on this of all the other matters with which we are confronted? The current administration, governance, and management of the country's business. Okay, no. I know that.
Because you read that, I know who sent that.
Exactly. But the thing is I want to tell you, we try to be fair, and when we jump on a party back, we try to do it fairly, and then we jump on the next party back for something, then we big up the 2 of them later on.
No, but I'll be really tough.
Yeah.
I'll be really tough. There's a level and we know who.
Hello.
There's one of our media colleagues and Boots down a character where you even might say, well, you did whatever happened there. And so guess what? We are pick by you now then, because that's the level away there, because you know you get this animated, rambunctious,
some
defensive.
People are flamboyant.
Huh?
Yeah, some people are flamboyant. They make for good news.
This is what I'm saying. So there is one extra attention, and I don't lie, we want to get point towards just because they're you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like was when Boots tell him, well, all right, let's go in at the hammock. And the rest of the interview was conducted.
He's a colorful, animated guy, and so he commands the cameras, just like some other people. Just like Chester.
Yeah.
When he was the commissioner, he commands the cameras to be on him.
That's right. The cameras love him. But I gotta tell you something, though, bro. Honestly, I
heard the man say, you don't matter if I buy it for $1. When I pay me where you worked.
Exactly.
You want it?
Right.
I hope that
anybody could get it.
I hope that this thing work out. A way that everybody is pleased with it. Because again, this is something where we encourage Belizean people to do. You know, we don't encourage politicians to do it much, but we encourage Belizean people to do it. Get a piece of land, and if there is no bigger example as to why you should get it, even if that's swamp, that this example right here. You could buy one piece of swamp for leave it of money and retire lavishly.
But see, buying a piece of land is one thing, or any piece of land, whether that's swamp land or not. Because somebody could go and give John Doe. I don't know why I use John Lad. Peter Doe.
Yeah, I beg you do.
You can give Peter Doe that piece of land. And Peter don't know how a dime in his pocket. And so
How your wife delay?
So till it do till it too early. It's too early. Get the point where they make. The point where they make is you can make it
Yes.
Peter do the land free. That's same piece of land. And you know I be no talking because Peter don't know got one dime in his pocket. Peter don't know got $50,000 if you go invest in that land. Peter don't know got $100,000 if you go invest in that land, make it look like something. So that like what you said earlier, I want old car. Nobody want it. But you fix it up. And it look but if you fix it up, they're never free. It costs you maybe $30,000 to fix it up. No, it look nice. Boy, you had them in an old rusty broke down car first. And if you give Peter do the same piece of land, probably Peter do got it there to sit down for 10, 15 years, 20 years before maybe he gave him a leave, but if you throw a lease on there. And so the land remains there, swampy, deteriorated, overgrown. Nobody wants it, nobody look on it, and say, oh, why go in the and move on.
I know.
But you get the point where they make. You get the point where they make.
You're right.
Because that person have finance for pushing there now. And as I say, the potential our land and the value different between individuals because Peter do nada. But the guy who got $500,000 to push it there, a different story. No, does the value differ because of Peter Do, or if you got sick John Doe? When you go in to buy the land, does it make a difference? Does the person who is giving you the land say, how much money you got and how much money you got, and so does the land value more for you or less for you? Legally.
You know, one of the main,
you get the point where they make?
Yeah, I see what you said, but one thing, I know two people. They're no longer with us. They passed on. Two different families that acquired swampland on the Western Highway and just held it for years and years and years until somebody come up and say, oh, I give $400,000 for that piece of land right there. They say, take it very strong. Hold that, give me the paper, give me the money, huh? Hold that boom. Case done. Case done. This lady acquired, or this person acquired this land for little or nothing, but she had the foresight, even though she didn't have the money to do anything to the land, or hold it, because somebody will have the money, will pay you big money to get that piece of land. So whichever way you could get a piece of land, wherever it might be, hold on to it because you want to come up. You know, very, very, very come up. Yes.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things that's uncertain.
Get it and hold on.
One of the big things
One
of the big things I want to know is what does a piece of land like that before development, what would it cost? If you say I want to buy up one piece of land like that, especially waterfront property, right? What it costs?
Seaside.
Right. With no development, with no development, right?
Yeah. But that piece of, I think that whatever answer we get is going to be skewed because of the property where we talk about. That property is a star by itself now. So the price value.
Now, we pass the value in comparison.
Yeah.
And then he's saying the same individual could tell her, well, I could give you a lot of instances where people buy it in land and leave it or nothing.
Little bit of money and sell it for a lot.
Yeah.
We have seen that.
Again, we're going to watch this story. We're going to keep our eyes on it and we're going to...
No, what will it do before we go to break? Will it bring into focus other things like how giving the CEOs a raise, stir up the whole ants nest and bring a lot of things into focus? Like how the hijacking of the plane gonna stir up another ants nest and bring another set of things into focus?
You know
will this land thing now stir up one ants nest and bring other things into focus? We shall see.
Yeah, you know what I heard about this whole thing with the airport? The same way how 9/11 changed everything, starting from 9/12, everything changed. The day after our hijacking, everything changed.
Of course.
Because the people that used to work at airport, you know, behind the counters and like that, when it was the day off, they used to could go back to the airport and like push wheelchairs and get right away. Nobody put their back. Yeah, unless you belong back. Yeah.
Unless you're working, you're not on your day off.
Exactly, unless we call you in or something like that. So there's a lot of things changing about that. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, but some stuff was brought out, right? Some things were brought out where, but yeah. So will this little scenario, because the man said, boy, I shouldn't have said things like this before, but I mean, who knows? You got to take a break, though. Oh, give me something old school, man. Give me
I hope that one of the things it does is forget people where not have a lot of money to realize. Try give a piece of land, so even if you can't do nothing with it, just get it. Somebody can come and pay you $11 million for it one of these days.
But who group? Who you want? You want a foreigner can get it or what?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
The money star.
What? Anybody remember what this thing here is?
Why is that?
I remember.
Why Kodak?
Instamatic.
Kodak Black.
Actually, no, this wasn't Instamatic.
No, that wasn't Instamatic.
No, that
these were the throwaway cameras.
That
you want to use. Yeah, you buy.
So you have a roll of film. You got a roll of film and you develop it.
No. You carry the whole camera.
The one-use one. They had the one-use ones first, though.
Yeah,
is that one?
You take the whole camera.
Yeah, I
you
had
take
one.
this whole camera to the Photoshop.
Yeah.
And they develop it and get your camera back. It's a one-use thing.
You will get your pictures, but on your next.
How many pictures did you get? I remember the long one.
24.
Remember the
24.
rectangle ones?
36.
Remember the rectangle ones?
Yeah, I remember.
I remember the ones that came with the long line of flash bulbs on
Right,
top.
the long flash.
When you took the camera, when you took the picture, click, the picture come out, and you have to stand up there like this. The fan no mix.
What I Polaroid? Polaroid.
Yes.
Speaking about Polaroid, make up William Jenkins.
Oh, there you go.
The Polaroid.
As you know, Kodak went out of business. They no longer make their things now. They make Kotex.
You gotta take a break.
Yes, but yeah. Kodak gone, and then they do research and development.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah?
Everything is replaced by one device.
Yes, there it is. You don't even call a thing a phone number. It's an insult to call it a phone.
It's everything.
What would you call it? What fancy name would you give a cell phone?
That is a mobile device. I think that's the closest thing.
No, I know. You listen to me. I take the break, and I give you an opportunity for rough shot or unique technological name for your cell phone if you were to give it one. And after the break, we'll see what you come up with. I know they hear you. And we're going on.
Yeah, okay.
Say it again.
Captain Kirk came back from the future. 2020. If he came back from the 24th century, they flip open the tricorder and they do this and they talk and he see we pull out this bad boy. Captain Kirk will say, "I traded this for that." The guy is way better than what he had. I have to tell you that.
Okay.
Beat me up, Scotty.
Yeah, boy.
All right, come up with that name.
Hey, Marlon say, man, gonna a game, Kodak. Man, take picture of the backside.
That's right.
And when he reach, no film in the camera.
Oh, no.
Man.
Spoon.
Oh, boy.
Spooner says disposable cameras. And Castelli said, do you think Hopkins Bay Resort or any resort that's built outside of Hopkins need to be filled or land costs $1,000? Come on, mister. First of all, I do not understand those words put in that specific order. So I have to think about what you said.
Yeah, we got to go to break, though. We'll be right back.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
All right. Welcome back, man. Welcome back to Tuesday. Today's the 3rd. That's what it is, of June.
The 3rd.
The 3rd. Yeah.
3rd.
So there's a first little cell, but it's gonna pass behind us. So we won't get that first cell. Doesn't look like. But then the other one, you might get that moisture tomorrow. Today.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll wait.
When you remember the first Stanley Cup
Oh.
in 1986?
What is that?
Good.
What? That's a water cooler with me in
Water
every
cooler,
house.
Frisco.
Oh, the spout. Yeah, for.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
stand over it.
I try to remember what we had. Did we have one of that at ACC?
I think so.
Every time you used to go there, you used to French kiss the person who was gone before you.
You don't put them
I
up
had
on
to-
it.
Yeah,
I
you
think
have
we-
to push
I think
it
we had
down.
one.
You don't put your mouth directly on it.
I think we had one
You
of
press the
that.
button and then you let the water come up.
Yeah, if I'm not
What?
mistaken, I think we had one at the ACC.
What we
I
talk
think
about?
so. That very same thing you showed just now,
Oh,
water cooler.
okay.
Well, I never cool.
Anyway.
This is never no water cooler. You just push out water.
Water.
You just push water.
Yeah.
Regular pipe water.
It's a water
yeah.
wetter.
I think one was at
Water
ACC,
wetter.
cause like especially like when we would
Yeah.
play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody you line up, figure out.
You want to know if the water they come from, then you trace the line and say, come right from the flush toilet.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I came up
Boy.
with my name.
You came
If
up with
I
it.
had to name my thing, I would call it Sit. For stay in touch. Sit. But I said that's not good. I mean, I call
You're
it
right.
Atiwa. What? Right? Sit.
You're right.
I call it Atiwa.
Atiwa.
Atiwa mean anything you want to know. Atiwa.
Oh,
Anything
okay.
you want to know.
Okay.
Then I decided on this. The Communicom.
The
It's a
Communicom.
Communicom. That's for space age. But then I went to Marvel and I say, you know what? I shall
We're
call
not done
you.
yet.
I shall call you Jarvis.
Yeah.
Jarvis. Remember Jarvis control everything. Yes.
Yeah. There's a new
Jarvis.
name now for Google. I mean, listen to me. It's about AI this and AI that, but the technology was there before the whole AI business. Because you could have Siri, you could have talked to Google long before they talk about AI now.
Yeah.
They just enhance some of the capabilities. It's nothing really new. You could have,
Siri.
if you had iPhone, that means Siri. If you had Amazon, now what? Alexa?
Alexa.
Yes. But the thing with Siri and Alexa, beautiful and as smart as they are, they were teenagers. What we have now are full-blown adult.
Yeah, there's more capabilities, but yeah.
AI is a full-blown. Let me tell you something. They got AI for do anything
Any
you
and
want.
everything.
And I mean any with a capital E. Anything you want. Any
With a capital
AI.
E.
You could, one of our listeners, I don't want to call the name, but when I made to tell that story the other day, how Donna make I feel like I'm galling at the door. Ellen Sue. Grandpa AI, I make AI write one whole story about Princess Steve in at the door. I had to read it to Donna and me and Donna. But I did tell you could tell AI, write one story about Lisa and Frisco, and then I come with a whole story. You could tell them, draw me a picture of this. AI could make one picture move. AI could make, the statue where they call the thinker, we sit down on the toilet like this.
Yeah.
I said, AI make it get up and white. How you want to do that? AI showed me a picture of Michelangelo and Mona Lisa before the painting.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, AI sharp.
What's the name of
So what
it?
you
Try to
come
find
up
out
with?
the one for where's goddamn Google?
What the phone name is? You don't like doing homework. That's the thing.
No man, because every time I do this thing, so where
Make
Chrome.
Make
One of them every
because
time I am.
Make I hide this because I know
Gemini.
I know-
See, Chrome got Gemini. I think Chrome now what? Google Chrome?
Google Chrome.
Yeah, so Chrome now Gemini now. It used to be Google. Remember it used to be, hey
Yeah.
Google, so.
Yeah.
Not a Gemini.
Gemini sound like one of those indecisive type of person.
Oh, Lord.
Because
Yeah.
Siri, that Siri and Alexa, those were women. Gemini now, you have to wonder, is Gemini a stripper or a woman or a man? But anyway, I want
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on the stage, performing for the first time,
Gemini.
shaking that groove thing. You got Gemini.
Here I am. I know nobody said I had a drink because I don't believe in a product placement.
You got Gemini. Yes.
Refreshing, huh?
For the first time inside Hoochie Mamas.
But that's
Oh,
a good
gosh,
name for
man.
a place,
What?
Hoochie Mama.
Yo, Mighty Force D. Let me get a couple of them tickets there, Mighty Force D. Put them on the ticket. Put them on the line up, Mighty Force D.
That's right.
Mighty Force D's got ticket?
Mighty Force, I don't know. I know he had at least
They
one
was,
jam he cut me right off, boy.
Who?
The Mighty guy Lee birthday bash though.
I never hear that.
Featuring Flower. I got whole time dancing.
Come back again, girl.
Hey, tomorrow we're gonna speak
Yo.
with Angel Kowo. That's the name?
Wait.
Yes,
Angel
Angel Kowo
Kowo.
and Sons. So if you
But you
need,
know that not
if you need to
but
move,
you know that not Angel.
no, Angel.
Angel.
And hell.
Okay.
If you need things
okay.
move from one place to the next,
Angel.
Call him.
call him.
So, one of us to say hoochiemama.com.
Coming for the
Yes.
first time inside Hoochie Mamas, you got the lovely and talented shaking that good
That
thing.
sounds like the name of a nightclub. Where
Gemini.
you going, babe? Oh, I'm going to my Hoochie Mama.
That's what I tell you. You just say Hoochie Mamas Gemini to perform live for the first time.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right.
Guys, get your
Yo,
ones and
there-
twos.
Them bees where they out there, people have to be
All
careful.
right, so
especially in
yeah.
that city. Especially in that
Oh,
city
God.
because it looked like Uno got more bees that city than we
Right.
got. That bush.
And I put up on a post a couple of weeks back and I took it down, but I
Yeah.
guess I have to put it back up.
Why did you take it down? Leave
Because
it
I
up.
thought,
Because-
I thought the bees were done and I haven't heard anything, but the bees are still around.
Killed 5
Oh,
dogs
good.
yesterday. Killed 5
It's actually
dogs
very,
yesterday.
it's actually
Wasn't it
very,
sick?
They killed the mother too, right? And I think it injured a horse. I don't know what happened with the horse.
it's
Wasn't
very
it
dangerous
sick?
though. It's a very dangerous scenario
Yeah.
because
But the thing is that when they called the ministries that they were supposed to call, everybody did agree. Everybody did agree, and nobody did they back their base for go do anything. They actually had to call a private company who was also at Agric, and who said, "Well, no worry, we got somebody at the base. They call right now."
but
And
that's
they
serious.
literally had to
That
tear
was
down.
a
Yeah.
serious thing because school kids,
Abandoned building.
school children, you have to be very, very careful
Right.
because while they're not
Yeah.
dogs, imagine if them children get attacked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. And the sad thing is the dogs were tight. That somebody will take care of the animal.
Okay.
You know,
Casale,
they
what up?
always tell- Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning, guys. Groove Master coming on stage now is Alizé.
Alizé,
The song called
yes.
Pumping Queen. All carry on first.
That's right.
You know, Groove Master needs to love. That's one thing about Las Vegas, me as an electrician. You know, I do side jobs and everything. And every once a month, I get a call from the strip clubs. I got 2 customers that got strip clubs in here and everything. Because back at the strip club, locker room or the stripper rooms and everything, all the girls have hot irons and curled irons. And back in the old days, they're all on one circuit. We should be on one dedicated circuit per hot thing. So I get a call. So about 2 weeks ago, I got called at this place called Elegance and everything, very Elegance. And I was sent there. I sent myself there because they kept on overloading the breakers and everything. So I was in a strip club in the locker room with the ladies. This is nothing. This is all happens all the time. They got about 15 beautiful women in the locker room, half naked and everything, shaking and working out in the mirror and everything. Yeah, the job takes 5 minutes to reset the breaker, but I spend half an hour in the locker room. So I spend more time. You know what I'm saying? I turn a 5-minute job into a 30-minute job in the locker room and everything.
Yeah, that. So you were doing electrical work in there? What you
But
doing?
the skins when you come in do and everything. Man, this is a wild jobs here in Vegas.
What was he doing, Frisco? Electrical work?
What's up, Master? I love going working at the strip club. I give me a free lap dance when I be in those locker rooms too, Group Master.
Yes. The man said that when he used
Back
to
in the
he
days-
used
Back in the days, a lap dance would cost $15 for one song. Now, a lap dance costs $50 to $75. You know what I'm saying? Then you go home
Yep.
to your girl smelling like Above and
Right.
Beyond or that stuff from Victoria's Secret, and you got to wash that stuff off, and you got glitters all over your clothes and everything. Busted, aka Castellet. I'm out.
Well, all right then.
Well, if they never know where you, they don't know they know.
It's like what?
I tell you.
Now we know.
What?
Casalia just called and decided to give you an update on
Sell
how
it,
your brother is.
sell it,
Yo, you're locked into the morning stew, yo.
Yep, can't say we're not teaching you everything.
We just get one whole.
Yo, and speaking about honey, why?
Hey, hold on. No, we just get the 411, but
It's
the lap dance inflation, brother.
That's right. You see, I never realized that so much lap dance gone up.
Lap dance gone up. Lord. Everything you get on the stew. Stop play out here.
And that's the one thing we can't get price gouging. I don't want no price gouging.
Oh, save me. Give me something for the old school, man. Ellen Sue, what up, man?
Yeah.
CY, Carolyn Dawson.
Hey, CY.
Beverly Price, Yolanda, the beautiful Yolanda.
Yolanda.
A.K.A.
Saw her yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You never say hey for me?
You know what I done?
You're bad-minded.
One of our listeners said they got to brave the lap dance increase on tariff.
Tariff, bro.
Uh-oh. Next time.
What? They have the important thing from up north to down
Tariff.
south.
Quiet, money, go on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Frisco, this question of the Groove.
Uh-huh.
Groove, I want to answer this question. What do you think today, man and man, they get on a police bus with 15 ton of weed?
Why? I tell you something.
The moral of the story is pay attention.
That's a bad luck. And this is another thing where we always say that the policeman should have
Pay attention. That's not really a feel for no. Pay attention.
Yes, so no, they got their own bus, but when you travel with then the kind of contraband, you have to double check everything. First of all, if I may travel with them, I may buy 5 pounds of salt fish. And I may have got them salt fish in there because they want to smell the salt fish. But
the fire truck, maybe the fire's
I gotta tell you something, bro.
That was bad thing.
Yeah, that was a bad thing because I'll tell you what. I personally, I am a connoisseur of the herb. I have always been. I have no shame of it. If people don't mind, go out there, get drunk, back up a people by myself, and I got no problem smoking my weed. And 10 grams is allowed. But they never tell we part forget the 10 grams. So, when I see somebody, they carry the 10 grams because people like me have to get it somewhere. To me, no, bro, that's still one job to me. I don't care what people say. They're weed man, that's one job. They provide one service where a lot of people use, including the law-abiding people who write the law will say you can't use it. Even they use the service. So I think that when one man like that get arrested for carrying some weed because they are try, I don't know if maybe that's a personal stash, but if they are try sell it, that's job. And I think that we need to clarify this whole weed thing.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Steve, mute your mic, so. Yeah. All right, give me something from the old school, man.
Yeah, I beg you. All right. The Jetsons really predicted our future.
What did they do? What did they say?
Everything they did, they
Zoom meetings?
Yeah.
Online classes, teledoctors, FaceTime.
Right.
Yeah, Jetsons was what, 1970s?
The Jetsons did all that.
1970s, yeah. 60s or 70s? Jetsons are what? 60s or 70s?
Those are like 60s, early 70s, I think. But some of those shows were right on the money because a lot of people thought they were going to have. The only thing that they have that we don't have is the flying cars, and we're getting those now.
We're getting those, man.
Yeah, so respect to the Jetsons.
Give us a little time. We're going to get those.
We getting them. That's right. That's right.
1962, man.
Yeah.
62?
The Jetsons.
Yeah, because the Jetsons were supposed to be the modern day the space age Flintstone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
September 23rd, 1962, the first airing. Wow.
That's my birthday. Yeah. Anyway, watch out. Talking about bees and honey, there is a honey going around called royal honey.
Uh-huh.
And we are being warned by the ministry not to consume royal honey because
Why
there are
would you?
pharmacies.
Why would you want to consume royal honey?
Well, because first of all, they say it's 100% all natural, but it's not. It has pharmaceutical ingredients in it that enhances your boing, and they say that it might affect some people negatively. You know, Mr. Frisco?
That's what's about.
You know the people
Why
need
would you
about.
want to ask him?
No,
The people need.
it's
Yeah.
like one of those things where, and I see it, but there are many products where have names, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
There's-
They just
Yep.
have a name, somebody brand something. That's like with the gummies, right? Then a
Yeah.
marijuana, but somebody say, well, we put it in our one gummy or one sweet or one whatever the hell they repackage it and call it whatever. I don't know who the hell going to go buy that and think that that's like honey, but I guess.
Well, like, we're going to call it royal honey. That would make I
Yeah,
think
but I mean, like if you, if you know, you know.
And then if you don't know,
Well, if you don't know, I
find
go
out,
buy
you
nothing.
wanna
I know
find out.
pack 'em at Royal Honey. Yes, I go buy no gummies. Anyway, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But you know what happened? You ever heard about mad honey?
Uh-uh.
Mad honey is found in the Himalayas. And mad honey, 1 teaspoon of mad honey, then say could paralyze you. Yeah, get you high. But 1 teaspoon, then say could paralyze you for 24 hours. This guy,
Why you going to that?
Sonny, you know Sonny the cook? We go around and the taste all kind. Well, I didn't know Sonny could cook. I know Sonny could eat. You know the guy we go around the cooking show? The bald guy with the red bandana on the head? All right, he went to the Himalayas to get mad honey. And he tasted the mad honey on the mountain. And right away he said, you know what? I know I'll take them out of this because, you know, I have to carry me down the mountain. So, yeah, you got to be careful about what you put in your mouth.
hey, that's
Yeah.
something.
Then also another, what I say, you see, you have to elevate your mind from the gutter, sir. Anyway, talking about, Woo! Another segment.
Lisa.
Another sad story out there. Another sad story out there is that a male minor, 14 years old, from Belmopan, allegedly raped a 13-year-old female minor in school. In school. And the minor was remanded to the New Beginnings for unlawful sexual intercourse.
Wow.
That answers a question that I always wanted. I always wondered. You know, yeah. Yeah. The age of consent is 16.
Yes,
Yeah.
we know that.
Yes, exactly. So, the age of consent is 16. That's, sounds,
What? No, okay, but what that brings into focus is, I know some people might have a case, if they want to make it a case, that based on the, well, some would want to say the school says they're not bearing no responsibility. At least that was in our news package yesterday.
how do they not bear any responsibility if it happened on the school?
And so you would say, well, guess what? That happened while the teachers were on their mission, and you know how
Right.
that work.
Unattended and
Somebody say, right, so you see what happened when
it could
children
happen.
left unattended?
It
That
could
kind
happen.
of.
Yeah. You see, no, I tell you, but this is the thing, right? This is the question that and I know I got people out there who just don't understand. But if a adult have intercourse with someone below the age of 16, that's completely wrong. It's completely illegal. Actually, I don't believe an adult should be having sex with nobody 16, 17, 18. You know, give them a chance to grow before you corrupt them. But I always wondered, so if it happened with two minors, it is against the law. They're both under the age of consent. But they're the same age, and I talk about this specific case. But you know what I'm saying? if it happens and they're both underage, well, the little girl said that, you know, she did not want to do it. So that, I guess, she said no, but the young male proceeded.
Yes, they're
to
accusing a
court.
level of assault. Assault.
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, so that is different. But what I'm saying is, if two minors, consenting minors, you know, do that, they get caught. Is it something that they should go to jail for? Or is it something that you would tell them, watch out, man, you're not supposed to do that. Go to a room or punish you, whatever.
I am not sure, but recent memory serves, there probably was a case like that, and it was the male that was charged.
And
And
they were both
that
minors,
same
right?
exact question came up.
They were both minors, right?
Right.
And did they both consent?
Yes.
So nobody
Well,
should have been charged.
yeah.
You know,
Not
because
this, we're not talking about this case. We're talking about when two
yeah,
underage.
about another,
We're talking
yeah.
about another
And I
case.
remember a case where it was the male that was charged.
Yeah, if the male, if one of the people, if you don't want adult and if you don't want kid, and that situation pop up and you the holla no that no, no that no, no that no maybe, no that no I think so, no that no.
Right.
This little girl said she was yelling no, but if two minors,
Nobody came.
if two minors consenting, even though we know it wrong, they shouldn't be doing it. Normally back in the old days, you'd have carried the two of them home and beat them behind. Blah, 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 not do that again. Today you might talk to them, punish them, whatever you do. But if two minors consenting do it, is it a jail thing? If one is charged, shouldn't both be charged? And we're not talking about this case again, ladies and gentlemen. We're just talking in general.
In general. And remember, two minors. That's what we're talking about, minors.
Yeah.
Not this case, not this particular case.
Yeah, but it's a funny thing because in this case, from the information we have, the male minor did force himself on the 13-year-old, so that is completely wrong, and the law need to take its course.
Yeah. So well, I haven't heard anybody officially taking a shot at the teachers yet. As you know how that work. So what happened in town, you know, they're at school, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. Now, maybe there has been. I just haven't seen it. But yeah. One of those things. All right. It's 10:36. Guess what? It's been a minute. You hear me? Hold on.
We are hearing you and seeing you.
Yeah. So let's see which one I want to do first. All right, let me do a word of advice. It's been a minute.
What the heck are this doing? A long story.
What?
Question: did it happen inside the school grounds or outside the perimeter of the school? That is a question. That question has been answered, sir. It happened inside the school, right? Or is it on the grounds?
That's what they said.
As long as you're on the school, if
compound.
you're on the grounds, you're in the school.
Yeah.
Man, the smoke is getting to me.
Who the smoke?
I don't know, bushfire something, but it's coming my way.
Yeah.
My eyes, my throat, everything. I saw a fire truck, but no.
Yeah, they said some students stayed on campus unsupervised. They were sent home, but some stayed. But yeah, all right. Let's see. Which one of these I want to do? All right. Word of advice. And this is one we all got to take at some point because we all violate this one. Don't make assumptions.
That we know.
If you don't know the situation fully, you can offer an informed opinion. So, word of advice, don't make assumptions.
Because you make an assumption out of you.
And me and my man got right. If you don't know the situation fully, you can't offer an informed opinion. So yeah, I mean, we all violate that every day. You know what I'm saying? We all violate that. Hey, I make an assumption. I assume.
Mm-hmm.
We all assume.
Yeah.
Based on, factors that we know, experience that we might have, the personalities we deal with, we come up with assumptions. God damn it, Sherlock Holmes don't make a baby if he never make assumptions. Come on.
That's a funny last name, Factor.
Really? What?
Factor.
Where I miss?
No. I mean, I'm saying that sounds like a last name that I heard. Factor is the last name.
Okay.
That's what
remember what did his last name was, right?
Well.
Oh, okay. No child died at the school.
What?
No, somebody's asking what happened with the.
See why I want me to send this story to her and I can't copy it.
So on Wednesday, as teachers were exercising a sick out, Belmopan Comprehensive School called off classes earlier in the day. However, reports are that some students stayed on campus unsupervised. A 13-year-old female student has reported to police that around 10:30 a.m. she was assaulted by a 14-year-old male student on the school grounds.
Yes.
ESP Stacey Smith told the media that the 14-year-old has been remanded to the New Beginnings facility.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from the Ministry of Education as yet to find out if there was some kind of breakdown. Does the school have security, supervision? How does that work? And reports that we have here at the Creme News Center that the school has claimed no responsibility for what occurred,
Well, again, that is left to be decided.
Yeah, because everything is in investigative state. But somebody has been, the male
has been remanded.
We all know that when you want it, you want to get it. When people are consenting and they don't find a place to do it. Under this circumstance, this was not two people sneaking off. This is not two people sneaking off.
Consenting adults.
Yeah, this is not two consenting adults going off. This was a crime being committed on the compound.
So again, our story speaks to assault. No, say what the level of assault was.
Okay.
Okay, in our story, because they did say what the level of assault. Well, anyway, but the thing was, you cannot. I mean, if something happened on Creme's ground, there's a responsibility that we have. If something happened any place, if you know how a lot of people have foreign, they come up. You trip on somebody's sidewalk and you sue them for $25 million. So there is a responsibility when things happen on your property. But yeah. What else is there to talk about?
You could take a commercial break at this point. Come back with a news package.
All right, well, let me just tell you before you go. Elon Musk left Doge yesterday. He left with a black eye.
Who punched him in the eye, boy? Who smacked the man?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, people. When Elon Musk left, with a guy named Stephen Miller, the racist German. Stephen Miller. Wife was the liaison between Stephen Miller's department and Elon Musk Doge. So I guess Elon Musk must have been doging into Stephen Miller's wife, because when Elon Musk left, Stephen Miller's wife left with Elon Musk. And there are claims that there was a fight in the West Wing and somebody got hit in the left nut in the West Wing. But it looked like it was in the right eye. Elon Musk, the official statement from Elon Musk was that he was playing with his son X1011 and he told him, punch me in the face. And the kid punched him in the face. That's Elon Musk's story. But in Elon Musk's departure, he is leaving, they said, disease, starvation, and death. 300,000 children have died due to the cuts that Elon Musk made, you know, with his big chainsaw. Elon Musk is on so much drugs, he takes ketamine and PP himself all day. And there are videos of the guy going into his ketamine thing. Wait, stop there. You go like this, Lise. Really crazy. But we shall take a break, ladies and gentlemen, because I think Mr. Frisco ready for take a break.
I think so.
Ready.
No.
You look ready, Lise.
No, yeah.
I need to try to figure out, man.
Multi-man was in the building. All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be
There
back.
he is.
You may not get to see me very often, but out of sight shouldn't be out of mind. I am the Belize Barrier Reef. I'm special, whether you see me from space or face to face. I can calm the angriest waves. I am a living, breathing protein factory. There's so much colorful life in all my nooks and crannies. I'm the bedrock of our economy, the lifeline of so many industries. I'm the office and the playground. But I'm a sensitive soul. All the crap you're putting into me is taking a toll. I'm reeling from the garbage, the acid, the chemicals. My temperature is rising. It's made me weak. I need to be strong. I need to be healthy. Because a healthy me means a healthy you. I'm not just a pretty place. The homes I provide for mine help you provide a home for yours. Today you see me, but what about tomorrow? I have so many secrets left to tell, but you already know the only one that matters. We are in this together.
When you done hear about how you could shop online with Builders Hardware?
It's easy and convenient. Plus, you get special deals and discounts online where you not get in at the store. Just log on to shopbuildersbz.com and pay with your Visa, MasterCard, debit or credit card. You could choose to pick up your order from the smart Lacaneda Builders or Easy could deliver for you. If that was a big thing, the Builders truck could deliver for you. If you need more information about anything, you could start chat right here online with a salesperson. We're ready to help you. No need to burn gas and waste time in a traffic, but at shopbuildersbz.com.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Right. All aboard and welcome back, man. You're locked into the Morning Stew, Old School Tuesday. Right here on XTV and Creme Radio. XTV and YouTube, Facebook pages. What's that?
I said, we need on you old school or something for remind me.
Up there, man.
Does breeze cheer? Does breeze? Does chair breeze?
What are those?
What are those? I don't know what the hell that is.
Cleaning. Those are fabric detergent.
Soap powder. Isn't it soap powder?
Soap powder, yeah, detergent. I remember chair. Chair was the big one.
I remember breeze.
I does use chair when it breeze. I never use does. I don't know what that does.
Yeah,
I remember breeze and I remember chair.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember chair, but I remember breeze.
Okay, okay. Look like those out there running.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody's here. Cremelo.
I am there.
Morning, Boca.
Hi, Boca. Good morning.
What's up?
What's up? What's the word?
Yeah.
Temperature is up.
Temperature
is up.
All right. Tell me.
And you know, realize, guys, that every time around May, early June, the heat just to me intense more.
Oh yeah.
The beginning of this summer, well, we call it summer. No, I like when the old mischief put in from the publisher that they somehow, I don't remember it kind of before my time, is that when they used to have these vacations more into the April, May, like now, so that they you could enjoy the river, but the river they low at some period. The sea kind of calm, the trade winds they blow, but not blow that strong. So it kind of affect with the weather, but the weather is really like what we call key weather, river weather. People hang out at the banks of the places there, right? But it really hot, like it really hot. But I don't call about that. I call about, I don't know. I know you guys probably discussed this unfortunate incident with the high school child.
Just
and
stop.
The next one that
Just finish with that, Boca.
Just finish with that.
Yeah, but the part where I don't really agree with I say is that it's a two-way street. Why only one somebody getting punished and I hear nothing about the other half?
Well, if somebody say I was assaulted, then that's why.
No, when you listen to the news or hear people set it back, they say both of them seems willing. But then why only the next half is getting
let's say that
charged?
That the year is
Well,
the year is apart, eh?
According to what I heard, the young lady said that she was forcibly,
She said no.
To me, the next part that seems willingly, when they do investigation, willingly went. And
but investigation not done yet, so you can get us stats there.
No, it wasn't. They said they charged him for unlawful
sexual intercourse.
Because I understand the law states that, and I agree, no mind if you give consent to you under 16, that doesn't hold up. Under 16 is under 16. But the point is that why they make something happen between two? Why only the one half is getting all the blame and all the charges, and what happened to the next half?
Because now the next half is saying that she was assaulted.
No, they changed it from assaulted. They said she willingly went.
Well, okay, now you see that was the discussion.
That was the discussion we were having.
That
what
was the
happens
discussion
when
we
you
were
have two
having.
minors who they consent to?
Exactly, two minors.
But
why will only one get charged?
Well, that's something
Well, because the investigation had done, Boca. The thing was, we were asking if two minors consentively engage in the act, You know, should there be like jail? They're minors. Both of them should not be doing it, but they both consented. That's different than if one minor
Well, obviously it's not
forced
because
themselves on the other one.
it's lawfully the onus is on the man, the male.
Yes, bottom line, two of them, what they did was wrong. That's the bottom line. The two of them, and it happened between two. So why is only one getting the blunt of the charges? That's my point.
We will find out on tonight's.
Well, that's something legal business, because
yes, they have to do illegal. That's why I think the law really has to do something about it. Because I'm telling you, in life, it's kind of funny, guys, is that this, as I said, the generation growing up now is more advanced than when we were growing up. When it comes to certain things, they're definitely more advanced, and we have technology, we have a lot of things to research and know what to do. But then the point, like why Frisco, you or Groove say, is that the point is that why it was between two, so why the charges is only on one? That should be the question. I think the law needs to find a balance between it. Is that not only the boy one, it was between two, and the first news I heard, they say rape. Then after that, they withdraw the rape charge, and they say no, it's consensual. But then the next part of it now, they say that because the girl is underage, even if she underage, I give consent, it shouldn't have. But then if she it shouldn't give consent, why not charge her?
They're both underage. If they're both underage,
they're both underage.
Yeah, both underage. Both underage. Exactly.
Boca. Casale says sometime when an individual get caught in the attack, they would blame the accuser to exempt themselves from the charge. I'm not saying in this case, in respect to what's going on at the school, but the thing is, I've heard young girls who went out and did the do and blamed other people and said, you know, then eventually came out and said that's not how it happened. We know they said that's how it happened here. The last thing I heard on the news that it was he was charged with unlawful sexual intercourse.
She had said no.
Now, if something else came out saying that she consented, then he should be immediately taken out of that New Beginnings place where he is. Because as minors...
The point, Group, is that the law states that even if you give consent, you're under 16, you're breaking the law. Under 16 cannot give consent.
Yes, but the boy is under 14 too, so he cannot accept or deny consent. If you look at it that way, they're both underage.
The point why I'm saying is
she
had broken the law too.
That's why I said. Yes. So that needs to be looked at if that's the case, and in cases like those, because minus this case. This is what we talked about before. Does this need to be looked at? And last year there was something that was changed because they said it was prejudicial towards men, and something was changed in the law. Not this, but there was something last year that didn't balance out. It was unfair to men the way the law was written. Now this begs to the question now. Does this need some revisiting as to what happens when you have two minors who engage in a sexual activity?
The first thing we have to ask is, do we incarcerate minors?
That's why the question now has to be asked, do we need to revisit this and revisit this?
Boca, you remember when you were young, Boca, and you may get your first lead piece and you find out and I beat you and send you home and tell you boy you're not supposed to do that thing? That's how that thing work with minors. That's not one thing where I think, what happened with that, with sex now a natural impulse that comes to people at a certain age. Some people it comes to them earlier than other times. And you can't look at it as a crime. It's a guidance thing.
Well, that's why the question now, do we have to visit or revisit this specific type of scenario?
I think we should. I think we should.
And there was the Constitutional Reform Committee, and even if something like this came up in that. Did they ever?
Yeah.
So I mean, do we need to revisit this? Because now if you have two minors, if you have two minors, and not in this case, but in general,
Yes,
do we criminalize these young people, or do we,
like I say,
or is there a procedure that we have no counseling, whatever it is?
Yeah, counseling. I don't think it's even counseling. Yo, it's not that we like look at things and pretend everybody know that everybody they try have sex. Then they try to do it as quickly as possible. Any chance, and not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. It's a natural function. When that happens between an adult and a minor, the adult go to jail. When it happens between two minors, where one say I want to do it and the next one say no, the one will say I want to do it. If he continues, they should go to jail. The best time for not go to jail is at 7-Eleven, baby. You don't want to go to jail. But if you have two minors,
right,
who still not completely developed yet, and God forbid they get that urge and they do it, you can't send them a jail for doing something that is a natural function of humans.
Right.
Where you could tell them, yo, you're too young.
Apart from the natural, you have two minors.
You guide them.
Yes. So you need to guide them, because
so how the law, correct. So if you have two minors, the law can be prejudicial towards one of the minors.
No, a minor is a minor.
Minor, male or female. So again,
yes, exactly, male or female.
That,
but
again, last year,
morality,
I don't remember
the
what
morality of it is that why it's only one half getting the blunt of punishment and the other half like get away scot-free.
Come on, Boca, we know that why. We know that why. It's just the way things
I guess the way the law set up that
but you know that just my
but you know what happened?
That, like no, Frisco, the law have to go revisit and find out exactly. It's everything is alleged until things come out, but it's
I think that the scenario there is wild.
Yeah, but the point is that to me now the male part of the equation is that out of school, that's the first thing. His life kind of psychologically will probably affect him. He won't be amongst his friends. I know they mentioned some youth facility or something where he will go, but to me, it's a two-way street, and the young lady need, like I say, counseling or need to be partially involved too, because it wasn't him alone and it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a part of it. I'm pretty sure that the investigation not done over with yet.
Yeah,
how the investigation. You know what happened to Boca? Boca, you know what we now look at Boca, and I tell you, people are too hoity-toity. Sex is the most beautiful thing some two individuals can do on this planet. The most beautiful thing. And if two minors who they explore, they don't know, they have this urge, then they explore, something happen. You know what kind of mental signal you send to them for lock them up?
Exactly.
Or send them someplace because of doing something that came naturally. I mean, I know they condone it, but I'm saying it's not one. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. So there's some
Frisco, before I go, I want to show you this, right? I think Groove may answer me for Facebook. If how would they on the sex topic? If I have two somebody, they call it two some, right? If I have three, they say three some. So what is handsome?
That's when your wife makes with you.
Answer the question, Frisco.
But check come out for this one here.
Take care, guys.
Bloody handsome.
Thank you.
That's like when I went into the military, we didn't only learn how to fire with weapons, we had to learn how to do hand-to-gland combat a lot of times. Castellet
Let me hold on. I'll go for it. Maybe there's some information there that this list snippet.
He says like domestic violence, both parties, the men and the women are assaulting each other, but who goes to the police and make the report will have a better outcome.
Lexi, do you have the insert minor charge from ASP Stacey Smith? That's one of the inserts I didn't get yesterday.
Okay.
Maybe something comes, maybe there's a bit of information in there. Tell me if you have it.
No, okay.
minor charge. That's the insert. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there has to be and I don't know, maybe there is some mechanism as to how this works and how you deal with it and how you handle it.
Of course.
No, the charge might be because maybe initially, again, our news thing initially said there was assault. So until you sort out the assault, somebody will get charged because there was an initial charge of assault. And other things, I guess. Whether or not you believe certain other, no, that becomes in the realm of investigation. Did it or did it not? But initially there was an assault, a complaint made. And based on that complaint, I could see why somebody was held.
Yeah.
You get where I come from?
Yeah.
Yep. And now if after the investigation they find out, oh, it wasn't exactly.
No, right. So now that remains
yeah.
how one judge will look on that if that goes to court, how that work. So make I get it then, Lexi, then. I hope I can get it done. Let's get that.
Thursday, 29th May 2025, police formally arrested and charged a 14-year-old male minor of Belmopan City for the crime of unlawful carnal knowledge. This arrest came as a consequence of a report being made by a 13-year-old female minor that on the 28th of May, whilst on her school compound in Belmopan City, the male minor had sexual intercourse with her against her will. The male minor was arraigned before the Belmopan Magistrate Court, where he was subsequently remanded to New Beginnings facility. The report made by the female minor is that there was no consent, and importantly, I must note that persons under 16 cannot give consent, but certainly the facts that have been forwarded to the DPP office, her in her wisdom decided that the charge of rape was suitable under the circumstances.
Go. Nothing else matters. That's the charge. That the call for the police. I don't know what anybody else say or where they get the info.
Yeah.
That somebody get consent. That's the way the police they say against her will. That's the way the police is saying.
Yeah. And the charge that she read, unlawful carnal knowledge, she read it wrong, because after that it was corrected to be unlawful sexual intercourse.
You
know, so
Good.
he did read.
The charge is that it was against her will. At least that way the police say. I don't know which other news place get any other info other than that. How would the police say?
No, but you know what happened? I want to tell you the other thing that strikes me, bro, and don't get me wrong. An accusation like this came up a year ago. A year ago against an individual. And 1 year later, that individual, it came up, is just getting to court. How could a minor be charged, I guess, with the same thing and instantly get remanded? You know, that's one thing that I looked at. But again, we know that 13 and 14-year-old today, they do not have the mentality of a 13 and 14-year-old in 1980.
Of course. That's two different things.
Well, yeah. As to that part there, I guess the family or the person need a liar, and then you know how that works. No liar, then you have to battle that through. But yeah, so that's the thing. And that's what we said from the jump. That's what the police said.
Right.
Now, what investigation will get done as to the validity of that. Let her play out yourself. All right. Great. What? Steve get cut off?
Looks like, eh?
Come here, man. Get blackout. Blackout.
No, what's up?
All right. But minus that, right? Before we move on. So while that be that case, what happens? Still a valid question. What happens when two minors? I don't want to say give consent and all of that. At the end, that's still two minors, so that have to factor in. If it does not factor in, then you're gonna bias law or prejudicial law, where they say that one gender different from the other gender. When we talk about this case, we talk about what happens when that happens. What happens when that happens? When you have, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to health, man. Go to hell.
That's good.
Go to health. What's going on, Miss Longsworth? How are you today?
Hi.
How are you today? All right. No. We not do it at Belize, Liz, but
we don't.
Why ain't foreign thing there like that about that? Ain't foreign people do that. Tater skins.
Yeah, some people do.
Tater skins. Where going to tater skins? They don't do it like that. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they eat it.
They would mostly do it like for games and stuff. They would fry it, make it like chips.
So the peel a potato with the skin on it?
Yeah, you would leave a little meat on there.
Okay. Or whatever that was. So the question is it healthy to eat them potato skins? Because we peel off the skins, right? We don't eat the skin. Ain't nobody trying to eat no goddamn skin. We peel it off. Groove. Answer the question you have for me. What do you go the tater skin scenario? How that work?
Tater skin?
Yeah, the foreign. What they do? What they really do?
Oh, I know the tater skins the way is the when you peel the potato. You know, you peel it a little bit thicker than you would, so that there's a little bit of potato in there.
Yeah,
then I believe you salt and pepper it, season it, you dip it in a batter, and you stew fry it.
No, he don't believe me, so okay.
No, I just get his version of what he understand for.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. I was talking and then my computer just...
You peel the potato, you have a little meat on there, and then you just fry it.
All right. So
because you know what I noticed? I don't know if that's because I'm lazy, I get lazy, but I like potatoes now with the skin on. I used to like to take off, but even mashed potatoes, I like, with the skin and stuff like that.
Good. So that's the question for today. Is it healthy to eat them potato skins?
Why not?
Let's see. All right. So potato being like you would consider it a superfood. Potatoes are rich in starch, vitamin C, vitamin A, B vitamins, dietary fiber. So sexual name, I don't know if I say it might sound sexual, but yeah, that too.
You thought of it that way.
Minerals, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, potassium.
No phosphorus.
That's the vitamin content in potatoes is 2.5 times that of carrots, 3.3 times that of cabbage, 4.2 times that of tomatoes, and the content of vitamin C is the highest in all vegetables.
So potato is a super vegetable.
Studies have shown that the vitamin content of potato skins is as high as 80%, which is much higher than that of the damn potato itself.
Yes.
So eat the skin.
It is. You know, they said the skin of Castellet said the healthiest part of any fruit or vegetable is between the skin and the fruit itself. The healthiest part of the banana is the part where we all, the leaf veins on the banana where we always pull off. They say that's the healthiest part of that.
Okay. So
that means that we did dash where the healthiest part of the potato all this while?
Potato skin contains solanine, which is a glycoalkaloid.
Okay.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
a toxic substance in potatoes. So, this substance, glycoalkaloid, is a toxic substance in the potatoes. However, the solanine content of potatoes is negligible. The experimental data shows that 100 grams of potatoes with the skin only contain 0.025 grams of that toxic substance.
Okay.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
How much are 60 kilograms?
That's a potato. What?
How much are 60 kilograms? How much pounds that?
Well, that's more pounds of potato than I eat.
Yes. Kilograms to pounds. 60 kilograms.
kg.
That 132 pounds.
Pounds.
What?
So,
You'd have to eat 132 pounds of
no,
potatoes.
no. An adult weighing average 132 pounds eats 15 kilograms. So how much are 15 kilograms of potatoes with the skin on for several days would harm the body? So that nobody eat that amount.
25 pounds.
All right, so nobody eat 25 pound potato.
Mm-hmm.
One sit down.
No, in like 5 days. They're saying, for several days, that would harm the body if you just sit down and eat potato. But
Well, like my granny said, too much of anything no good
no
for
good
you.
for you, right? So, I mean, that's the point. Nobody eat no 25 pound of potato. So it's still quite safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just tell her that there is a toxic substance in the skin, but you would really have to really overdo it. No,
but you know something?
No,
even cassava, cassava very toxic,
Yeah, we know that.
We know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But remember, they got two types of cassava.
Right.
Yeah, but okay, look on ackee. Ackee very toxic. There's a lot of things where we eat we could kill with if we don't do it correct.
I know Johnny wrong the corner, she toxic too.
Yes, I like that too, huh?
Ladies, don't be toxic.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So the skin, along with, peel off the skin. That's what they're saying. Have the skin too.
Wash it properly.
Well, yeah, because it could contain another thing there. Yeah. So you wash it. Like I said, most people peel off the skin. That they basically peel off all the nutrients.
Yeah.
So
Ellen Sue said to nutmeg. Nutmeg also not good for you in a lot of quantities.
Nutmeg is toxic.
Yeah, I remember when you eat potato skin, they call it gourmet potatoes because But again, most fruits, the skin, and vegetable, the skin that the part where have a lot of it.
Gone again.
Oh gosh, man, where did he go?
In the microverse, Cremelo.
Yeah, hello. Frisco, the potato, remember, fertilized with manure,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know, but maybe you're one they fertilize with manure. I don't know.
Yeah, use manure.
No man, people got them.
Any kind of manure.
Hey, this around 19 so much you have fertilizer now. Nobody use manure. In the ancient days. You got a good soil and you got a fertilizer for your soil and whatnot. Nobody did dump manure in it. You could do it if you want.
Been a minute since I heard about that.
People used to use horse dung, right?
Yeah.
The composting where they make for them plants.
You name it.
People are using it for their plants, but I don't know if people use it. No. People would add that to their soil. The plant one leaf tree, one leaf flowers thing over there. Right, Lisa?
Mm-hmm. You use a little bit of something.
One leaf tomato tree or one leaf, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
that mischievous Scarlet, right?
No man,
mischievous
you
guy.
are.
That mischievous guy.
No man, you
The angry
are.
guy cut you off, so yeah.
We'll be alright.
Oh Lord.
What?
Lisa, put it out there. Oh man, Lisa rough. We behind. Man,
What will be?
it's rough. All right, let's. What else we got in the old school? Eh?
Old school pictures, man.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I
Well,
remember
yeah,
these.
Christy had asked if this one is old enough, and I believe it is.
Yeah,
I have seen it around though.
So
a
are
little
these still available?
Yes.
So we're
I have
looking
seen
at
them around.
for the folks on radio, we're looking at what do you call that? The
The little
pencils, the
pencils
replaceable pencil
that
cartridges.
you would take off if one lens is broken or finished. You would replace it, pull it out,
Yeah,
and
just pull it
then
out.
another
Yeah. Next
right
one
now.
pop out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at, a pretty yellow and white one. I had liked those.
But were these practical though? Like I don't remember really
Yeah.
to write it any.
It doesn't allows you to press down hard on
Right.
your whatever you're writing on, so it helps with your penmanship, I believe, because you write
Yes.
nice and light and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people would write, heavy. They would press down on that pencil.
What? It sounds like see why I like the story.
All right. Next.
And write heavy, but this allows you to just see why we always have a laughing. I remember cards like these.
Oh yes, of course. Then they made a swap bucket cat.
Oh Lord.
Right. I never wanted to
Then
say
they
it, but
swap
yeah,
bucket
I
cat.
remember.
That's our history.
Yeah, don't hide from it, man. Cha.
I'm thinking that water go full up and bring.
Well, that's when they're done with the swap bucket, then they go here drinking water.
Woo.
You never know then.
Oh Lord, that is terrible. Oh yeah. But okay, so where was that picture taken now?
Right.
Info? What's on the sign?
Well, I can't see that for sure.
Well, I want to see the way they pan the bucket and who they push it.
I don't know where
Jan Jan, to push it, of course.
Who? Jan Jan?
Then the way you call.
Jan Jan.
Then the way you call fence peeling.
That Nando's something saloon. Grocery
Oh, yeah.
saloon. Where was Nando's grocery saloon? Then again, this could be anywhere in the country. But that was
Yes.
Nando's grocery
Nando,
saloon.
Nando.
Oh.
Yeah, we went.
Anybody know about Nando's grocery saloon at that location?
That's right.
But yeah. So
Someplace close to the canal. I
we're
guess.
calling fencing the group, we're calling fence, picket fence.
Fence peeling. When you used to go to the police department to tell the officer,
That's not a
the
picket
man
fence.
want me out with a fence peeling. You know exactly that one.
Yeah, last show in our fence. But anyway, yeah. All
I
right.
made a fence peeling.
Next.
See, why do you keep coming off? What's going on?
I don't know. I
Did
don't know.
you get to the man computer? Better put a
Yo,
fan
my
on it.
computer, 2 times it just shut right up. Remember when I did that the other day?
Put a fan on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to what we
Wanted to
got.
know where you were.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
But it's not.
It's in London.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
I know what I want to think. I know that my computer they pop down. It's buffering.
Okay.
It's buffering.
Okay.
All right. What we got next?
Relates.
Anything else or that's it?
We got Mo.
We got Mo.
James
Ooh.
Stewart.
James Stewart. Kim Novak. All right. Kim Novak, for those of you who
Oh,
don't
it's an
know.
Alfred Hitchcock
she-
movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Vertigo. This is one of the best movies Hitchcock made.
Vertigo?
But Kim Novak, you people might know Kim Novak better as Zira in Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah? Okay.
And James Stewart, you may know him from
From Gone with the Wind. From Gone with the Wind.
Oh,
boy.
no.
All right. Next,
Oh,
let's get rid of the
no.
old school stuff. Let us know
Oh,
when you're done.
my boy.
We're done with the old school. I guess. All right, good. We're done with the old school.
Everybody Bavado.
All right. No, let me see if I can find back my perspective from yesterday. Let's get a curly word rolling.
Of course. This one was contributed to us again today. We appreciate.
Yeah.
So, talking about what the mix, so what happened? Why did it switch?
Why what?
No, Steve's computer doing a shut off and mine doing its own thing.
What? Let the heat to get to them in.
We need new stuff. He was talking about James Stewart, and I had Google, and then it took me to maps. Like, why? But James was in It's a Wonderful Life.
I don't know what that is.
Also the Philadelphia Story, Harvey, he was in that. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Don't know what the hell that is either, yeah.
Old movies, just old movies, that's all.
White folks movies. All right, hit it. Girly word.
Alrighty. Okay, hey Herman, good morning.
Right. Very good.
He's back.
Computer demon.
Today we'll flush it out tomorrow.
Very good.
We'll detox it. Okay, so it says, good morning. Let this Tuesday be a reminder that you are blessed beyond measure. Embrace the day with a grateful heart.
I just want to go on record as to say
it was contributed.
Yes, today is Tuesday, and Ras Buckner sent me my Tuesday video. And that's been a staple. All right. Yes. First part of the man's perspective.
Part of the man's perspective. Maybe you need to put a phone in the computer or something to keep it.
I think I got to give it some antibiotics because it may have a virus. I don't know. Yes.
You do you, boo. So here it is.
All right. The faker you are, the bigger your circle will be. The realer you are, the smaller your circle will be. These are well-known facts. And it is true because a lot of people don't like the truth, you know. A lot of people like wallowing in the misery. They like to delve in their delusions.
It's true.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we join Mr. Frisco for part 2 of The Man's Perspective. He has been shortchanging us for the last couple of days, but we won't hold that against him.
Just putting it out.
Unless you
got one yesterday. You got one yesterday. Today is just Monday.
Oh, yes. Beg your pardon, sir. Yes. I humbly apologize.
Yes. You are forgiven, Miyagi-san.
Yes. Verily. All right.
Do tell. You tell.
All right, good. Trying to help these guys out. Somebody asked me to do this, and it's a bit different from the last one I did.
Okay.
But we're talking about men, especially over 40, trying to help you all out in them streets. And as you get older, again, we had this discussion before, but someone asked me to revisit it.
Okay.
And we're talking about the decline in testosterone. For these old cats.
You must test your testosterone.
Test your testosterones.
Annually. You must test your testosterone annually.
Yes. And how can a man increase his testosterones?
Yeah. Annually.
Not annually. Increase your testosterone.
Yes.
A lot of men don't pay attention to that kind of thing.
There you go.
Oh, hell yes, they do, because you realize when you testosterone. I realized one time.
You don't realize what happened to them. Some people think it happened to them and they don't understand why it happened to them unless they go to a doctor. The doctor say, hey.
Yeah, but testosterone deals with a couple of things. It deals with your energy level. It deals with your boing.
It deals with but some people don't know that. That's why we try to help them out.
Well, let me know boing me a good one time.
Not only that, that is our hormone and it's necessary in men. Okay, but a lot of people don't know why they have certain feelings, right? They don't know, that they happen to me? Yes.
That they go on, yes.
That go on.
You're becoming 10.
Yes.
No, in that bow. There's 4 things involved. Might can't cover the 4. But the obvious one, the first one.
Viagra, Cialis,
No.
Marijuana.
Those have nothing to do with testosterone.
What?
Some beach juice.
Beach
Yeah,
juice.
beach juice.
So you gotta eat healthier.
Yes.
That's the name of the game. You gotta eat healthier. No, let me tell you, guys, especially over 40, maybe riding towards 50. Processed sugar
Not good for y'all.
has been shown to impact testosterone as it leads to diabetes and obesity.
All right. Stop eat anything nice.
On the contrary, protein and healthy fats have shown to increase testosterone production.
There you
And
go.
what are healthy fats? Like example?
See that
Avocado,
we covered
olive
that,
oil.
that subject already.
Yes.
Okay.
LDL and the other one.
LOL.
Not LOL.
OMG and LOL. But that's not it. To increase testosterone levels, you need zinc
Zinc.
and
And I just
vitamin.
dash with
Zinc,
plain sheet
I know.
yesterday.
Zinc and vitamin D. Vitamin D that's on the sun. If you know to get sun, then you take a supplement. Because
Zinc and vitamin D.
zinc and vitamin D, these two things, right, are critical for testosterone production.
And vitamin S.
Reduce your sugar intake. Eat more protein, egg, beef, chicken, and healthy fats like
Fish,
avocados. We spoke about the egg yolks the other day. Some people believe that they're not healthy, but it is. Fish,
raspberry oil, peanuts,
fish,
tofu,
nuts,
walnuts.
right. Fish
Those are
and nuts.
healthy fats for you.
Right. Get enough zinc. Take supplements if you want. Things like beef, pumpkin seeds, oysters. I mean, you know.
Pepitos.
Get a supplement.
Yeah.
Pepitos.
Or you could search out foods that have zinc, but you have watch out.
So did you know, 1 second, Frisco, did you know dark chocolate is healthy oils?
Okay, get some of that.
Really?
too.
Healthy fat?
Get some of
Dark
that. too.
Some. What about light chocolate and white chocolate? That's some nearly racist.
No.
Oh, okay. Dark chocolate, nice though.
Fish oil though, coconut oil, flaxseed.
Shy.
Yeah, pine nuts.
What?
Yeah, pine nuts.
So, where was I?
Right there. Right there.
Right there.
So zinc
Mm-hmm.
and vitamin D from the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Again, you
I
could
think
you could get supplements with these two things.
I got enough yesterday to last me for the rest of this month. I'm just saying.
Sunlight?
No, the vitamin D out there.
No.
I got enough.
Oh.
The vitamin D alone won't do it because
Uh-huh.
and the zinc won't do it because you got to exercise so that these things.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Check, please.
The boy's gonna check out on that.
You
one.
got to exercise so that these things could work.
There you go.
You see.
I may think you just need to make beard in the sun and swallow a 2 pieces of vitamin zinc.
Guys,
And you have to exercise too.
testosterone levels will drop significantly if you have low muscle mass and high excess fat.
What?
I'm trying to help
I
you
don't know
guys
why-
maneuver in these streets.
That's why you
I don't
feel.
know, I
feel.
feel like you must have gone. Where I could jangle with.
I don't talk to you, sir. I talk in general.
Oh. Oh.
That's
But
a
if
statement
the
where this is a statement that all men have to pay attention to, especially over 40.
If the shoe fits,
I know I wear slippers.
If you're over 40, men, guys, testosterone levels will drop significantly if you have low muscle mass and high excess fat.
That's why I wonder why all the old people exercise all of a sudden you say in a gym they do all kind of things.
Yes.
Go on.
They want to live longer.
Do a combination of resistance and calisthenics, running, swimming, walking. No. The key to the exercise is to not overtrain. Because a body might want to overtrain because you want to think that you could do it in a 1 week or two. Actually, once you overtrain, you're the work back way. Because now you develop stress. Because you overtrain. You overtrain. You have aches and pains and muscle hurt and pain and all of that equal to stress.
Yes.
And the stress one, guess what?
It will make you quit.
No. Guess what the stress one do? The opposite are exactly what they try to do. Lower testosterone levels.
Yeah.
So, not overdo it. Alright, I'll leave that there. There's 2 more points, but sleep, I guess you could get a sense out of sleep. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, you need the sleep.
Right.
And of course, the stress, if I could go back and do it, the stress. Manage the stress, because we just say stress deplete your testosterone levels. Man, I'm enough of stress, Groove.
Yes, I stress.
Ladies,
today.
stop the stress out of the man because you think that negative effects, yo.
Maybe he's stressing himself.
I don't say all stress come from woman, you know.
Yeah, poor farm.
I just throw that out there.
No, I tell you, it is a true thing, you know. Well, look at this something. This situation where we talk about women got it easy. We don't have it easy. Men got it rough because if we to think about with bills, if we to think about the car and the work, if we to think about all of that, you know, there may be, and then on top of
that's stress.
Yeah, all of them get a stress. So sometimes the Boeing might not be where it should, you know, be, and then they think that mental, you know, then that mental.
He's gone in the multiverse. Well, anyway, guys, yeah. So I hit upon a couple of different points.
What he was saying, those things are mental stress.
Yeah, mental. But yeah, so
it affects the Boeing.
Couple different points there with that, but it's very important for you to understand what that about. Down the road, I think we did look at what the effects were. By having low testosterone levels, what it does on the body. For guys, kind of the man's perspective, right? But yeah. All right, let's take a break, come back and try to get the weather. So.
No, alrighty.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
Manuel, it looked like the jar stuck again. I think we need to go to Builders Hardware.
Again? What can we just order online?
Oh, that's right. Manuel, I forgot the draw slides.
right. Somebody celebrating a birthday today. Who we got? Who this is right here?
This is Miss Illa Reed. Happy birthday to you, Miss Reed. Coming to you from all your friends. Wishing you many, many more.
Okay. Illa?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
This is the one and only Mr. T. 3 years old today, and I love Mr. T, but that man look bad.
I said the man look bad. The man look like you 70 odd.
No boy. The man looks 70 odd.
The man used to say, what was one of his lines?
Pity the fool.
Yeah, pity the fool. Yeah, pity the fool. Yeah.
But come on, Lise, tell the truth now. I love Mr. T, but that look like 80 odd.
He's old. He's been doing stuff.
That's right. 11:52. You want to try to get into some weather, or is that any more birthdays?
Yeah, let me check the book.
Check the book, Mickey.
It is hot out here.
Hotter than a mug, yo.
Yeah.
The mug on the fireplace.
That's right.
Oh yes, William Jenkins' birthday today.
That's right. Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Drew. Big up yourself.
Huh? Y'all wrote it down and still forgot.
Yeah.
No, we mention it. We never forget.
Yeah.
You said I'm going to write it down.
I wrote it down. I'm going to wait for Frisco to see if me remember.
Melissa June celebrating a birthday today. Sandra Kelly.
In June.
Yeah. I don't know if that's their last name or just to play cute.
June Bug.
All right, so yeah.
I am sunburned. I'm burned.
Those are the people on the book celebrating a birthday today.
The weather, because
you gotta get the weather. Let's get the weather.
People want to hear.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to bring this forecaster back just because of the topic we started the show off. You remember this forecaster. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together, Miss Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach.
Yay, so here's your weather. It says, listen guys, hey Jer, a moist southeasterly airflow prevails. In our forecast, sunny with and cloudy skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated this morning. Activity will gradually increase, mostly over inland, Steve, areas.
Rally.
And the southern district this afternoon into tonight. So there you go. Winds blowing east southeast at 10 or 20 knots. Man, the smoke is trust me. But anyway, I'm almost done. The sea state is moderate. Waves beyond the reef 4 to 6 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Lord, it feels more than that.
1960s.
In
1960s.
That's the song?
That's the song for today. 1960s.
1960s.
96 Tears. You don't know that old song?
No, I don't remember.
You're gonna cry now. You're gonna cry. 96 Tears.
No, I don't remember that one.
Nobody know that.
All right.
96 degrees.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I know this one.
Yeah.
Real hot.
Try to get creative, wrong guys.
82 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Later on this evening, I don't normally give the temperatures for the evening times, but I am so grateful for 76 on the coast, 73 inland, and 6 to 7 in the hills. Man, it's going to be
never.
You're not. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
They're going at 10% tariff, and then they're going at 10 degrees higher. What?
Gosh. We are currently experiencing a low tide. A high tide comes in just after 4 p.m. this evening at 7 minutes after. Then another low is on schedule at 10:56 tonight. Sun will set this evening at
24 minutes past 6.
That's too much. But anyway, yes, it is true. While the moon will rise at 12:23 this afternoon. In our outlook, it says cloudy skies with some showers and a few thunderstorms are expected around the country on Wednesday and into Wednesday night. Crystal Rosales is our forecaster, and that's your weather.
That's right. Thank you, Miss Crystal Rosales and Sandy Beach, for that weather. For a more in-depth look at the weather, checking out the models, ladies and gentlemen, you remember Rowdy Piper?
Of course.
That's right. We got his son. He's a weatherman now. Woody. Ladies and gentlemen, Woody Piper.
What?
I don't know.
We don't know either.
Hold on. Oh, question mark. Okay.
Woody.
I'm gonna go with Woody Piper, but you got
Woody Piper, yes.
All right. So the models.
By a mile.
The Euro has a more significant shower activity over the country tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I love you.
The GFS, on the other hand, does not.
The GFS has none?
So, yeah, they have activity, but around us.
Oh.
And then on Thursday, maybe on Thursday. But, so we know what it is. Somewhere in the middle between the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, if you have one having showers a little later, not so significant, and one having what might be, a nice increase in shower activity tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's somewhere in the middle.
It's true.
So you might get a little.
You might
get a lot.
You might get a lot. But you're going to get it.
You're going to get it.
Right. So that seems to be the case. So moisture might be in store for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday, Friday, things kind of clear up. Yeah. So, yeah. Your first nice shower might be tomorrow, somewhere tomorrow.
Yes.
So, deal with that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Woody Piper, for that weather right there. We're trying to get Mr. Mo to come for tomorrow, but I don't know if Manny could make it.
Many more to come.
Many more to come. Yes.
Many more to come.
I'm sure
Very
he
good.
can, man. I'm sure he
Very
can.
good. Well,
all right, we got to get on out.
We hit on all kind of topics today. We hope that we gave you guys something to think about, because we sure gave ourselves a whole lot of things to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, if your Tyrone is kind of low, go get it tested. One of our good listeners. Because oh Lord, don't tell me say I lost the. But anyway, want to say good morning to Swayze. Swayze, if I got to test my Tyrones only once per year, me and the babies will need to have a serious talk.
Yeah.
Nobody say
So,
one
and then Ronald kicked in with the LDL and the HDL. The LDL might be the good one.
Yeah. Hey, Ronald.
LDL are the bad one.
Yeah.
HDL, high density lipoprotein.
Mm-hmm.
Which might be what they call the good cholesterol.
Good cholesterol.
So when you go to the store, ask them, do you have any lipoprotein?
LDL are low density.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know something, bro? I want to tell you, I think that when we start looking into that, we're done there at a point where we're too far gone. I think all you need to do, I think, is to eat everything in moderation. Because you need the bad fats too.
Yeah.
Just like how you need bacteria on your skin,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these things are balanced out. So if you just eat relatively healthy, you eat food, your fruits a couple of times a week, you drink your beet juice and you eat one couple of sheet of zinc, you want good. You just do everything. You just do everything in a moderation.
Yes.
What we try to know is like one quick detox. We try get rid of everything what we did for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to eat healthy now and they do everything now, but it's a process.
We need a minute more, huh?
Yes. If you feel like your testosterone low, you can't go eat beet juice now and you're better tomorrow, and you're better this evening. No.
You got Tony G?
Yeah.
What Tony G want to play sex tunes for a hot day?
No. It's gonna be old school Tuesday.
Old school sex tunes.
Yeah, boy.
Well, later on tonight, it's freaking Tuesday.
Freaking Tuesday, baby. I'm going to get my freak on.
The freaky, baby.
I don't want to invite Tony G on the freaking Tuesday because he got up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because which selection has slow jams and maybe some reggae vibes that I pick for the freaking Tuesday. So I'd invite your Tony G I know not today because you work right now.
If you were to invite Steve, what would you expect from him?
My girl, watch out. Tony, I say right now, if you invite what?
No, Frisco, if you were to invite Steve, what would you expect from him?
I don't know. Because they used to go way out show up on Friday night. So
my girl, make I tell you something.
Yeah?
Frisco could tell you.
Yes.
I had one of the wickedest shows. Yep. And
every Friday like a license up for grabs.
Yeah, I tell you. I remember one night when Bunny G insult.
That me Friday or Saturday, bro? That me Saturday?
Saturday night. It was Saturday night. Saturday night. Boy, that's them, yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah. So maybe next week, Tony G.
Tony, I say, if Frisco only want me come back freaking Tuesday because he want his show get big, he want my name go up, they say his show could get big. That's the way they say. I'll tell you.
That true, Lo? That true?
Tony, same time you want we show get ratings, we call for him here.
Tony G, to work this afternoon.
Yeah, he posted it already.
All right, good. Yep. Lisa, take us out.
Yeah. Nice, thank you so very much for doing well.
If you're not asked Tony to take us out, then all right, to the God, go.
Please take care of yourself. Enjoy. Keep yourself hydrated, man. In the shade where possible. I know some people working, some construction guys working, and I feel it, man. Like damn, because they're out in the sun, you know. It's really, really hot, and they're out in the sun. I'm like damn. But please, guys, stay safe. Keep yourself hydrated, man. And I know that's your work. You know, everybody's got their own thing going on. Enjoy your Tuesday. Thanks to all of our stewards at home and abroad. William Jenkins, happy birthday to you. Here's hoping you'll have a wonderful
three birthday greetings today.
Enjoy your day. If God is willing, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you, and you and I promise to take care of me. Thanks, Miss Lexi upstairs. Stay safe. See why we love you. To Cello, also to Half, and to Miss Edna Pollard in tune, Miss Di as well. Take care, guys. We love you. Hey, Lee, Tal, ayo.
Frisco, you know, I just realized why we not going to hell? Because every day after the show, Lisa say one prayer for we. That's how we repent before the show. That's our thanks, babe. I just realized that. Very good.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Love you.
Waiter.
Love you. Check, please. Check.